Friends, high energy video. How's your energy today? How are we feeling today? Good? I heard great. How are we doing today? It's not a recorded question. Amazing. Thank you. Anyone else doing amazing? Okay, we got to see some smiles. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm new to Croatia, so I don't know what the energy levels here are like, so hope you'll indulge me. My name is Michael Gassiorek. I'm coming from San Francisco. By day, I run a marketing agency called Truth Cartel in the world of crypto. And by night, I host events like Startup Grind all over the world and events like these. I'm really addicted to building communities. And it's really my pleasure to be your MC throughout this whole show, today and tomorrow. And I want to welcome you to Shift Money. This is the first time we're doing a conference like this. It's not the first Shift conference ever. We'll hear more about that in a second. But it's the first Shift Money, so thank you for helping us break it in. You're going to be joining 1,000 amazing people. You're going to be listening to about 40 incredible speakers and panelists and journalists. And we're here to really make friends, make some connections, help each other out. Does that sound good? There it is. Thank you. Audience participation. I'm very big into that. You'll see that. So, what can we expect today? Amongst all the talks, amongst all the chances for you guys to connect, we're also going to be telling you about the Shift Challenge. 10 of some of the best companies from all around the world doing incredible things in fintech. And you'll see that a little bit later on. But what you can expect from everybody on stage here is the future of payments, the future of lending and blockchain. Obviously, I'm very interested in that myself. And how this is all going to shake up the fintech world. Now, I want you to really appreciate this really cool space where we're all going to share the next 2 days. Take a look. This is kind of how it's laid out. You've got a cool lounge where you can connect and make some friends. There's some cool coffee in the back. I know you're all going to be interested in the bathroom very soon. That's going to be at the end of the hall in the cafe. Probably also be interested in the Wi-Fi, and that's going to be all around the walls around you. So when you're done here, you can go peek at that. But right now, you probably want to be tuned into this anyway. And finally, we really want to say thank you to some of the really incredible people that put this all together. These kinds of conferences don't come together randomly. It takes a very long time to conceptualize something like this, to plan something like this. And Shift has been doing it for about 7 years. Doing it in the world of development with Shift Developer, and then also Shift Startup, a startup conference in the region. And so you already know planning conference is hard, and part of the reason we're able to make this whole thing happen is because of the incredible sponsors. And we're not going to do this a lot. I just want to do it right now. Could we please give our sponsors a huge round of applause? Thank you. Thank you. Now, there is somebody special that I want to welcome to the stage who has really helped put this thing together. Without his support, this really wouldn't be happening. And he's going to tell us a little bit about the idea behind his company, Safe. So please, give Joel Wasfy a hand of applause. Thanks. Ivan, is the mic working now? Is it working now? No. Just a couple more minutes.
Talk.
Is it working on?
Talk.
So, all right. I'd like to welcome you everybody to the Shift conference. It's an honor for us and a pleasure to be in Zagreb today. And today I'm going to tell you about how we turned beta to alpha. So, first off, a little bit of food for thought. If you break down the biggest problems of today's world, it comes down to one point, and that is most of the time it's theft. If that is about drug abuse, if it's about human trafficking, it's about stealing, most of the time it's theft. So our world right now is basically, we have 400 million objects which are stolen and reported in the US alone each year. 7.1 million vehicles are stolen in 150 countries each year. 5.5 million reported burglaries worldwide per year. And this is just the reported stuff. So we're talking about a gray market of around 1 billion objects that get lost and stolen each year. So what we are doing and trying to do from Safe is there is no search engine that enables you to search for stolen or lost objects. So we are here to establish that and fully develop it on a blockchain. So reimagine the possible. Many of today's challenges cannot be solved with technology alone. This means we all have to stick together to make things work. So the opportunity which we have here is that we are trying to establish a global network in which you can prevent theft and loss. So
What we are trying to do, we're basically creating a digital receipt. So you can identify your products, protect them, and as well you get a reward if you find them and don't lose them. So what we are trying to do, and the ultimate goal, is to prevent theft on a global level. And this gets accomplished through connecting the user with people who find your belongings. Because most of the time, if you lose something, the people who find it don't know that it's your belonging. So the main thing is you don't want it replaced. For instance, if you lose a watch and get a new one, it's the same model, it's not the same. Because the replacement can fill the gap in most cases. So if it's a phone and you have stored everything in iCloud, that's fine. It's not going to matter if you get a new phone with the same data on it. But you establish a connection with your belongings throughout your time. That's why we put a commission on rewards, and this is as well one of our monetizing systems. So if you lose something, you can put up a commission, or no, I'm sorry, you can put up a reward, and if somebody finds it, that person gets the reward. And everything gets transferred over the blockchain and fully anonymously, so nobody can buy it or use that for, I would say, a bad purpose and not a good purpose. So this is one of our profit centers, in case you were asking how we monetize everything. So to follow up the last slide, you don't want it replaced, you want it back. So most of the time, the immaterial value of a belonging or an asset from you is way higher than the actual value. So you can get something from your parents like 15 years ago, and it's worth shit for a person who doesn't have the connection. So we are trying to give you the connection and the value of your belongings so you can say how much it is actually worth for you. And we're achieving that, or trying to achieve that, through commercial corporations. This means we cooperate with travel companies, tourism companies, manufacturers, retailers, and wholesalers, so they can basically give you everything before you even buy it. So if you buy something, you have a digital receipt. So if you lose something, you can still say it's yours, because how many of you, could you all raise the hand, how many guys of you do keep your actual receipt if you buy something? So that's not so many that I expect. But yeah, that's why we are here, because we want to give you your belongings. Because if you don't have your receipt, I could walk through, get all your phones, and you can go to the police, and that can be like, you don't have a receipt, I don't have a receipt, so it's basically vice versa. So, but if you have then a digital receipt, it's a total different story. And that's the thing we are trying to give to the people, give you your belongings, because in today's world, it's not so easy to say what belongs to whom. And if you sell something, it's the same point. If you sell a belonging of yours, nobody can prove that it's actually yours. So you can sell theft or lost objects very easily. And how do we achieve that? We need basically everybody that we can have. This means all of you guys to use a product like that. Because through community growth, we will achieve a much higher impact on a global level. This means if anybody finds something and they don't give it back, the product doesn't work the way it should work. So we need basically a total rearrangement of our society, that giving back is something good and not something bad, because most people, they keep the things on. This is a problem we have to solve as a human species and not just as one person. And we're doing that basically the same way that we do with commercial corporations. We're trying to cooperate with law enforcement agencies, government organizations, and any institution related to prevent crime. Because we want to empower them to focus on real-world problems like human trafficking and all the crimes that go on, which include murder and drug trafficking, basically the bad things. And for most of their time, they get used up in paperwork. And we're trying to decrease that paperwork and giving them power to focus on the right things, which are gonna, and this is gonna benefit us all. So we're trying again to connect the youth, connect the user with another party, and this time it's the authorities, so they have a platform in which they can communicate with each other and speed up the whole process. So with that being said, you don't want it replaced, you don't want it back, you want it replaced. Thank you everybody, and have a nice Shift conference.
Nice, brother. Boom. Thank you, thank you. And now I have the privilege of introducing somebody else to the stage that made this all happen. We all know that conferences like these don't come together alone, but there is one man who helped us bring this whole thing together. And you know, he's the reason I'm here. He's the reason I flew over from San Francisco for this. So with that, I'd love to take the chance to invite Ivan Burazin to the stage.
completely wrong. I guess it was too much pressure. I shouldn't have told you that. You would have done it perfectly. But I still like you. I'm still like you. It's not a problem. I'm gonna be short and sweet. This is absolutely surreal. This, as Michael has said, we've been doing Shift for 7 years in Split, Croatia, but we've never gone out of our own city, never out of our little box that we've done. And earlier this year, we're like, we can do this one. We've been doing it for 7 years. What do we do next? And it's like, why don't we do just one more? And we ended up doing one more in Zagreb. And like 6 months later, here we are, and here all of you are. So I'm really, really happy that you came out in this huge of a number. It's just been an overall great experience. And of course, I just have to say thanks to my team who didn't get much sleep last night. And I've been yelling at them for 2 days, so I'm sorry about that. But I just had to get everything done. I won't take up much of your time. Michael pretty much said everything. You should be able to find your way around the place. If you need anything, grab me. I'll be walking out all day. And that's pretty much it. I just hope you have a kick-ass event. Have fun, guys.